Enchiladas has been around in Hamden since 1993, but this year was one of the most challenging years for restaurants in general, as they had to deal with going through the COVID-19 pandemic. So what is strike one for the Bobcats? That will be containing the VMI Keydets redshirt sophomore outfielder Will Knight. What is strike two? That will be converting with runners in scoring position. Last series against JMU, they left a combined in 3 games, 14 runners on the Bates Pats. Strike three, stolen bases last year. That was a big part of their success. Although last series, they had 3 stolen bases, but they were caught 4 times. Through the series, today's first pitch is set for 3 p.m. This is Jordan Wolff. Be sure to follow at KUCron Sports on Twitter, at KUCron Sports on Instagram.
Krejci to Coyle, and the Leafs are mulched again.
The Boston Bruins have made the playoffs the last 4 seasons, even making a Stanley Cup appearance in 2019. After losing defenseman Torrey Krug and longtime captain Zdeno Chara this offseason, questions surfaced if the Bruins' current championship window would remain open. Early signs have indicated it has, as the Bruins have started the 2020-2021 season 11-5-2 and currently are second in the East Division. A big focal point of that success has been the return of right winger David Pastrnak, who missed the first 7 games of the season due to an injury, but is now 3rd on the team in goals and 2nd in points. The most recent example of David Pastrnak showing his true value was earlier this month in Lake Tahoe, where Pastrnak had a night to remember.
Pastrnak going for the hat trick, he scores! And David Pastrnak with the hat trick here in Lake Tahoe.
Pastrnak now has 11 career hat tricks, and while scoring at a premium and winning can be fun, so can just putting on some pink glasses, kicking back, and listening to some tunes.
Well, we were listening Barbie Girl before you guys asked me to the media, so I was kind of dancing with these glasses out in the locker room, and then you guys ruined it, and I had to go answer the question, so I missed the Barbie Girl song, and who knows what's going to be on when I come back.
Pastrnak and the Bruins will look to continue their success in their upcoming games against the Washington Capitals. Signing off, Jordan Wolff, QNN.
All of a sudden, it's just gone. It's kind of just shows you just gotta take everything for granted.
How about your last time playing isn't walking off the court?
Those were some of the sights and sounds of players and coaches being told that the 2020 NCAA tournament and conference tournaments were being canceled. One tournament in particular that caught mainstream attention was the 2020 MAC tournament, as both the men's and women's tournaments each had games going into their 3rd day before MAC Commissioner Rich Enzer decided that the tournament was no longer safe to be played.
Tournament. Unfortunately, we just didn't get to see how it all worked out at the end. We did name champions, though. We named the Ryder women and the Sienna men as the champions based on our tiebreakers for AQ qualification.
Almost exactly a year later, and the MAC recently announced plans to move forward with the 2021 MAC tournament taking place in none other than Atlantic City, New Jersey, where the 2020 tournament was supposed to go down. Besides the excitement from the coaches and players, one person in particular who's excited is Quinnipiac senior journalism major Will Fowler, who covered the tournament right here last year in Atlantic City and describes the environment here as something he'll never forget.
Yeah, it means a ton. Last year's experience, I think, was well documented. Everyone knows what happened here. I mean, in this hotel, in this arena a year ago. To be back to do it all again and actually hopefully cover some basketball this time. It's fun, it's weird, it's a little bit surreal, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be finally covering some Quinnipiac basketball in the postseason.
So there are the brackets right there, as Quinnipiac men's basketball team actually lost to Iona on Tuesday, and the Quinnipiac women's basketball team will take on Ryder on Wednesday, 2:30 ESPN+. Signing off, Jordan Wolff, QNN. latest regarding sports in the Nutmeg State, and that starts with Quinnipiac men's ice hockey team, who took on Minnesota State on Saturday in the NCAA tournament. Now, before we get into it, let's preface that they faced St. Lawrence in the ECAC hockey final. They lost 3-2 in overtime, and after that, St. Lawrence was deemed not to be in the NCAA tournament because of a positive COVID-19 test. So QU took their bid, and let's get into it right now. Nutmeg edition of QNN. I'm Jordan Wolff, and from me, along with everyone who contributed to this week's show, stay safe and have a great night.